Let me tell you something. I'm so loud, but let me tell you something. Nviri the storyteller and Bien, they made this song for me. Fight me. This song was made personally for me. Watch it one Bien. Watch it one Bien. By the way. Hello, what's happening, baby? It's your girl Ola Kabutha. Look at that sun, lovely. It's your girl Ola Kabutha. In the building. That's how you can tell I've not been here making YouTube videos for a minute, because the in the building is a little bit shorter than expected. But you know what? Mean Baba, say, don't worry about yesterday, don't worry about yesterday. Today is what that matters right now in the moment. So in the previous video on my PCOS journey, a lot of you were asking me where I got diagnosed and who diagnosed me. And upon further investigation, aka texting my mother, which I should have done before, but we moved regardless, the doctor who diagnosed me is called Dr. Yamal Patel. And okay, one second, let me check where he is, because the last time he was in next to Aga Khan Hospital. Okay, I can't remember. Is it? I think it's Mediheal Diagnostic and Fertility Center. It must be that one, because I remember it was like Aga Khan was on your right and then this other place was on your left, like when you come from Limuru Road. I hope that helps somebody somewhere. I don't know if he still remembers me, you get me. Like, you can just show him a picture of me and be like, yo, this girl, by the way, she was here and then she shouted you out. Anyway, speaking of the vagina, we're here to talk about my vagina, but not like that. I want to tell you about my first period, my first menstrual cycle. Now let me take you back. It was the summer of 2009. So it was a week after my 14th birthday. Let me give you a little bit of background, you know, so that you can understand how we are living to where we are living, you hear me? So have you gotten your popcorn, by the way? Have you gotten your tea? Have you told your mom? Like, are you good? I get comfortable. You good? Okay, that's fantastic. You subscribed. Let me tell you, there's some people here who are very mannerless. Who may subscribe, please. Thank you. I've grown up with a lot of boys, my cousins, my paternal side, hey there. Normally when we'd be on holiday over the summer, my two cousins would come, my brother and I. Now, because there were three guys, I would start to play football. That was not exciting, because it was over the summer holidays and there's nothing to do. There's no school. We used to play football the whole mother day. And then the rule that my mom instilled on us, you could only watch TV in the evening from like 7 o'clock. But for you to watch TV, you have to have read for like 2 hours. In the evening, do you know what we are watching? Do you know what we are watching? A football match. Or we're playing PS. Football. Again. If we are going to buy things, we're buying what? Footballs. Football t-shirts. Football shoes. Football everything. Nakwambia, we were eating, breathing, sleeping. Football. Now, as you can tell, clearly, I'm still hurt by this. I decided, by the way, my needs are going to be met. And I told my cousins and my brother, if let me play football with you, because I know you need me, guess what we have to do? I used to make them do yoga with me. Another thing I used to make them do, sing karaoke, High School Musical. Now, let me tell you something. I am a proud High School Musical fanatic. I have the CDs for High School Musical 1, 2, and 3, the extended version of High School Musical 1, 2, and 3, and the karaoke's for High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. Do I know all the songs? Of course I do. Can I sing them for you right now? Tell me which one you want. I got you. I even went as far as to get a microphone so that we can do the karaoke properly. And guess who's doing that karaoke with me? Because I'm not singing alone. I need an audience. My cousins and my brother. Yeah. Do you know what else I made them do with me? I made them compose gospel songs with me. Yeah. I'm telling you all this because on that day of the 24th of July, we played football the whole mother day. And I remember in the evening, my stomach was hurting. And I just kept playing. Like me, I don't know about you guys, but me, I'm that type of person. Nikiumia, like when I'm having pains, me ignore. Yeah, I'm going to ignore you because let me tell you something, Father God, wherever this pain has come from, it better go back. Obviously, at this point, I didn't know I had cramps. I just knew my stomach is hurting. I remember like at 6 or 7. This can be a bit TMI. I'm giving you a heads up, trigger warning. I just felt this overwhelming urge to poop the way I shat. The way, ladies, you know how you shit when you're on your period. You know the way you leave 2 kilograms in the mother toilet. What? I just use my So, obviously after shitting, what do? You gotta wipe yourself unless you nasty. I wiped the front, I looked, I saw blood, I said shit. And then like 2 seconds later, it hit me. I said, hey, wait a minute. Stop it. I can, yes. And I started connecting. What had been happening was clamping. Of course, your girl is excited to tell who? My mother. I don't know, in my head, I just thought like now, like, you know, we're in the same WhatsApp and I can be like, oh my god, my pad, like, ah. Oh my god, mom, do you have a pad? I think mine is finished. Mom, my pad is full, I'm going to change it. What was I? So I stuck tissue in my underwear and then I said, when my mom comes later, I'm gonna tell her the great news and we're just gonna jump around, have some tea, like go for dinner. I don't know, we're just gonna celebrate this thing. And I'm not sure if we're gonna tell the other people in this family and everything, you know. I can't even play football anymore. I don't even think I can play football with these kids. These are children. These are my sons. I cannot. This is going group. By the way, I cannot be in that WhatsApp group. So the evening comes and then later my mom comes home and she goes to I don't even think I saw her. I don't remember talking to her during this time. Later, my dad's sister comes home. After that, my grandmother comes home. My dad's mom is home. And I'm like, what's happening here? And then my other auntie also comes home. And I'm like, this is weird, you know. But I was like, that's a bit, but I was like, hey, my Kenyan is tunatoka, I'm sorry. But I was just like, okay, like, were we having like a dinner? At that point, let me tell you what was going through my mind. So there's a point in my life where I desperately wanted a twin sister. And I convinced myself, I don't know if you guys have you watched Parents Trap? That one by Lindsay Lohan where the twins are separated and then they end up finding each other in a camp. So I convinced myself that was also my life. I said, by the way, I have another sister. I'm going to find her. I had really envisioned this other sister of mine. And at this point when all of us now are gathering, now and my aunt and my shosho had come home, I thought now they were going to tell us, you have another sister. We found her and, you know, do you want to meet her? You know, like I thought they were reuniting us. It's so random, but that's where my head was at. I also had imaginary friends. This madness has been there for a minute. Don't be like to. Until kidogo, these guys are still playing their FIFA and everyone's sitting. My mom is still in her room and my dad is also in their room together. And my shosho basically breaks down the news and she says that my mom's mom passed away. I can't even describe what that feeling was. I don't even think the English words, Kikuyu words or Kiswahili words to describe what I went through in that moment. Long story short, I saw my mom, but then I didn't get to talk to her. Like by the time we saw each other, she was crying. I was crying. That was my first death in my life. Like I'd never experienced death ever. She's the one who taught me my first language, which was Kikuyu. My shosho was really like till today I still miss her, and all these years later, like I think about her. And I think I told my aunt the next day, shout out to you, Auntie Waigwe. I told my aunt, fast forward to the rest of the week. Mind you, let it be noted below. I want to say I bled it felt like 10 days, but I think it was 7 days because I bled from that Friday to the next Friday, if not Sunday. Heavy flow. So now, see, we have to bury my shosho. And where are we burying? We're not burying her in Nairobi. My direct maternal family is in Nanyuki and Nyahururu. For those of you who don't know where that is, Nanyuki is about 2-3 hour drive. Nyahururu is maybe another 2-3 hours after that. The service for the church was in, you guessed it, Nanyuki. That's like 2 hours away. I'm cramping. Mind you, I didn't know like you can actually take painkillers to stop the pain. It was horrible. Like I remember my pads would be full in like an hour. And you know how uncomfortable sometimes it can be when you're wearing a pad when you're sitting. So of course, I leaked. Also, it's my first time. I'm still trying to figure out how often I should change my pad. So it was a hot mess. As much as I was crying because I'm mourning, I was crying because of the pain I was in constantly. And you know how cramps, the pain doesn't stop. If you don't take painkillers, that pain does not go. The diarrhea, and not to sound like a Barbie, but I'm not an expert in using latrines. You know, let's just call a spade a spade. I don't have to shit in a latrine. I've lost my appetite. Enjoying my stomach. In the latrine also, because you need to remember many people have come for this funeral, you get me? So you think there's tissue? Long story short, by the end of that first period, I said, God, take my mother uterus, wacha ikai. This is the that I've been begging for. No. I think you get the gist. I'm done rambling. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much for watching this video until this far. I hope you got entertained. As usual, these story times are normally very exciting to talk about in past tense. No matter when it's happening. Mimi nakuanga hapo nimesikia kama nitakufa, nataka kulia, nataka kutoka kwa hii dunia. Hey, Lemmy! Did you hear that, Lemmy? As usual, if you want to have a more intimate relationship with me, you can follow me on my social media at Orakabutha on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Just look for Orakabutha, whichever application you're on. If I'm there, you will see me. Thank you, baby. Watch and watch. Look at me in the sunlight. Just look at what the sunlight does to my skin. Honestly. Hey, I've just had a nice, God forbid it. Amen. Basically, I thought let me nominees, and this is actually like, because I did hair, watching could be a rambling, but basically when I did the PCOS, we could only watch. This gum is distracting me. So on this day, I decided after I finished doing all those shit, I have rambled. Hey, gone for her walk. So now we finished eating. Excuse me. Yeah. What was I in the story? What was I saying? As far as I'm concerned, and you should be inhaling Jesus Christ and exhaling the devilish thoughts. Kwa. What's wall? Ukuta. Ama, you just come closer. Don't be shy. Karibia. Stop. Ngoja. Usiende. Kuna zingine na huku. Mimi nakuanga na tengeneza ma videos nobody. There are some more. In other words, that's what I'm trying to say. Just bye.